let's check in with our board games. This guy I wanted to start with this guy because Stefan said these guys are annoying. Believe me, this guy is the most annoying man we've ever covered, I think. Maybe.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay.
I feel like that's an insanely high bar.
Yes.
This guy's uncle. Okay, so my uncle enjoys cheating at games and just says that's life when we call him out on it and suggests we're being uptight by sticking to the rules. How would you deal with this in your group? I can't stop playing games with him as it's a family board game night where he's present. So
who's the most annoying guy here? The guy posting this or the uncle?
The uncle.
Okay.
No,
I find the uncle very annoying.
I personally am. I'm a fan of cheating when it comes to games or any time that if you can get a leg up in a situation and, get away with it. I think that's a good thing to do. It sounds though like this guy's getting caught. And then he's just saying, and he just keeps saying like, fuck you. He's like, oh, I got caught. I don't care. You can't do that. If you get caught, then you have to take some sort of punishment for cheating.
It almost sounds like he's doing it in the open, almost more like not even trying to do it
daring them
or
to do
dare
something.
to catch me.
Seems a bit menacing. He seems a bit menacing. Maybe he's I wonder how if he's like a physically imposing guy, ex-military type fella or whatever.
We're gonna find out, I'm sure. But how is he cheating? And what games are they playing?
He's a board game bruiser, and we get some replies.
Classic BGB.
Yeah, board game bruisers. You don't want to mess with them. Let's get some advice. FZKIZ says, I'd literally never play a board game again then. Willingly and knowingly play with adult cheaters. If you can't be bothered to be nice to your friends and family in a game and respect their entertainment as much as your own, chances are I'd also not want to be around you without board games. So this guy would just write you off.
Listen, you have cheated at board games one too many times. I want you out of my life. I mean,
I need to cut this guy out of the will.
This guy, he needs the wedding is coming up, and I just don't think he should come, to be honest.
If he's I love the idea. If he's at the family reunion, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Well, not if there's games there.
Yeah. What if there's
exactly?
Yeah.
We're playing Settlers of Catan at my wedding, so he is not invited.
Yeah, he stole all my wheat last time. So
yeah.
Well, DCOM does reply to this and say, Christmas can be shit when you can't pick who you spend it with. I'd agree with you. Better to not play again. So I think the advice they're giving is like, just don't play games with them. But take
a stand. But it sounds like they're saying like, don't play games. Like games are his life, maybe, and it's like now he's going to give up the most important thing for him, because it seems like maybe that's the family game nights. That's when the games happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this as a big board game head. It's kind of like a book club. Like it can be very difficult to have a regular board game night. Like I've had it with multiple people, and sometimes it's worked for, a year or two, but other times it falls apart pretty quickly. And so I think it's a tough choice, because if you have someone who is willing to play like every week or whatever that time frame looks like, every 2 weeks or whatever, I would say it's a delicate balance. Like I would hate that he was cheating, but it's also like, but I really want to play games.
And he's like a reliable player. He's a reliable player.
That's what it kind of sounds like, right? He's always there, right? So
you need a certain amount for certain games,
exactly,
probably, right? Like you can't even play some of them with less than 4.
Is he winning though, or is he just cheating to like fuck everyone up and he's coming like?
Is he just like pissed drunk and just like, oh yeah, that's what you think, like just really confrontational. Like he doesn't even care about board games at all. I mean, I don't know what these things are either. Are they like just family get-togethers where they play board games, or is it a board game night?
Posting too, right? Is he like 18 or 19, or is he like 40 and the uncle is
young?
75?
Yes. No. The poster is young and the uncle's older, and it is mentioned in
the uncle's older than his nephew.
True.
It is said several times in the thing that the nephew has less social capital which is an odd thing to say.
That's generally, but that is true. The uncle, you respect the uncle more than the nephew. But
this guy, I love this guy. Roduk says, pro tip, as an adult, you can always pick. Getting over the fear of disappointing family is so freeing. Just saying thank you for the invite, but unfortunately I can't make it. I have plans is so freeing. Some of my favorite Christmases have been really low key, not joining my in-laws or my own extended family.
Did he say disavoiding?
I said disappointed. I think.
See what happened was,
sorry.
Stefan, you caught a flub and you thought it was the poster, and you're like, "Oh, let me jump all over the poster." In fact, it was your friend Brian who's gone and made another flub and embarrassed himself on his own podcast. And I let it go because you
can read it well enough.
I knew it. I promise you. I fucking promise you. I heard him say it. I heard it 100%. It ran through my head. Do I call this one out? No, I have to make a decision nowadays. I can't be calling out everyone. But thank you for being there.
It's like disappointed is kind of what I said, I guess. And then this guy, I really like this next guy. He goes, "Why lie? Simply say thank you for the invitation, but I won't be coming. I'm not comfortable with Uncle Cheater's style of play."
Oh shit! Yes,
I do like that. I do like Uncle Cheater.
Yeah. Why?
I also
why
like
not?
doing that out of context. Like you're at Christmas, and then you're like passing out the presents. You're like, "Oh, this one's for Uncle Cheater from Aunt."
And then everyone's
Aunt
like,
Ellie.
"Oh, I get." Oh, even from the board games? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. You're still mad about that?
Did he cheat on Auntie Martha? What's going on?
No. This is strictly a
This is board game related
cheating thing.
Yeah.
Well, this guy goes, "Tell him cheaters aren't allowed at the table. If he protests, then say, that's life."
Oh shit! What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
And the OP replies and goes, "I think he cheats because he can't deal with losing. So I'm thinking of trying to express that to him and asking why specifically he feels the need to cheat."
So he does win. It sounds like, Stefan. To answer your earlier question, he sounds like he's cheating in order to win the games. So that's
which I respect.
Much more frustrating for his opponents, though.
For sure.
Yeah,
especially the younger nephew, right? Like that's a really tough spot to be in. Of like, I think like you're doing this because you can't handle losing, and you're older than me by
I don't really fully understand the human psyche at this point in my development, but it seems to me like you shouldn't be acting this way. Maybe I should be.
Cheating as an adult is really fucking crazy.
It's really crazy.
I can't think of it's hard to think of something crazier. It's such an antisocial behavior to go to a game night and you're 37 years old and you sit down and you're like, "I'm gonna fucking cheat at this game.
I'm gonna win this no matter what." You know, when there's no stakes. You're playing is simply for bragging rights. And it's like
you're playing to become closer to your family.
Yeah.
Well, that's also part of it too.
Yes, of course. That's what you're actually trying to do. But like the thing that you win is just bragging.
That's the most you win.
You don't win anything,
No.
But you also can't argue with a guy like this. You're never going to win. This next guy goes, "I'd put it this way. Cheaters never win. For example, if two people stand in front of a chessboard and white starts by moving a pawn across the board and knocking out the opponent's king, then they haven't won a chess game. It's not chess if you're not following the rules of chess. And if you cheat, that means you're not following the rules. So if someone always cheats, then they never win."
I imagine him saying that all to his uncle, and his uncle just giving him a huge fucking beer belch into his face.
Well, the OP comes back. The OP comes back and goes, "He's socially won because it winds us up," which he enjoys. And we're all stuffy for caring about the actual game and think winning the game is important. So this uncle,
I think what that poster is missing is that if you're the type of person who picks up your pawn, knocks the king over, and says, "I won," you do believe you have won a game of chess.
And you
There's something going on in your mind. You're like, you didn't win a game of chess. You're like, "Yes, I did. I just beat your king. So sorry." Like, I don't think that's relevant at all.
I don't think you're going to get through to this guy with any kind of reasoning.
Owning your stupid uncle with facts and logic. It's not going to work.
No.
It's important. Your uncle has to be. He's just a menace. Like
he is a menace. He is a menace. Definitely.
I can't imagine dealing with a fucking. I can't imagine dealing with an adult like that when I imagine you're fucking 22.
Yeah.
And this guy's like 40. And you're having to be like, you're cheating and ruining the game. And he's like, that's life. And you're like, oh, okay. Like,
But we're just trying to play a fair game, though.
Yeah.